Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back to another evening meditation. Our last one for the week, our last live meditation for the week. You'll find this later on Facebook uploaded as well as on our YouTube page. Thank you to those of you who do watch it later and use it to fall asleep. Hi Sherry and hi Shirley, nice to see you here. Thanks for being with us. We finally had Taco Tuesday here at my house. Yes, it's Thursday. But when I went to make everything, you'll see a picture of the tacos a little bit later on. But when I went to make everything, I thought I had everything the other night, and I didn't have any mesa flour for my fresh tortillas. So it got made tonight, and my ex-husband Ian is here to pick up the kids for the weekend, and they're downstairs doing the dishes, and oh, there's Lillian. Hi, Lil. And so we had a wonderful meal. And so, wait a minute. Why is Lillian here? She's supposed to be doing the dishes. She's popping in to say hi. So we're here and we are live and we're about to take advantage of another evening meditation from the book The Healing Waterfall by Max Highstein. It's 100 Guided Imageries for Clergy, counselors, and things like that. And it's a wonderful... Thank you, Ian. Ian's doing the dishes like the good old days. That's awesome. All right, so we're here tonight, and we're going to come into another meditation. You can hear the sound of the ocean in the background. So tonight is another Walking with Jesus by the Sea meditation. I've chosen the one for compassion tonight, and I'm going to read to you the introduction from this particular one, and it goes like this. Compassion is the ability to recognize suffering in another, and the willingness to take action to relieve it. It's the desire to relieve another's suffering as if it were one's own. Being compassionate doesn't necessarily mean dedicating one's life to serving others, feeding the homeless, or joining the Peace Corps. It means being sensitive to the needs of those in our lives, listening to the calling of our heart and higher guidance, and being open to what is asked of us. It doesn't require a lot of thought and interpretation to know what to do. It flows naturally as we open to life. To lack compassion is to close the valves to our spiritual heart so that love cannot pour out. And if God's love can't pour out, it can't pour in, and we lose. Compassion is a form of love in motion. So as we come into our time of meditation tonight, our hearts are heavy. We have been watching the news today, many of us, about little Dylan and Truro. The effort to search for Dylan has now turned to a recovery effort, if you're not aware of that already. And so we still hold hope that we find him. But his little boots have been found in the water last evening, and they are now looking for him. We know that wherever he is, he's being held safe in the arms of God. It brings little comfort to a family who has lost a baby boy, and we definitely hold all of them in our hearts this evening. It's heartbreaking, and we have been dealing with a whole ton of tragedy right now, and I don't know how much more of this we can take, but we can pray, and we can keep coming to this time to be together. We can keep joining together in community and supporting each other, because we're all sad and we're all heartbroken, and it's a lot to carry right now. And so thank you for coming to this time to take care of your own heart so that you can keep caring for those that you need to care for. And that's the act of compassion, when we feel so drawn with the desire to heal the suffering in others. And right now you're taking care of yourself, and that really matters, because that old adage is true that we have to, when you're on a plane and they say you have to put your oxygen mask on first, you have to do that, and that applies also to your self-care and your time to relax and take care of yourself. So that's why this is my last one of the week, because Friday and Saturday are my days off, to try and take some time to recover and get ready for Sunday and get ready to do this every single week. We gather together 9 times a week live, And so that is more meetings than we ever had when we were in person, and I'm so grateful for this time together. So let us come and get relaxed. You can lay down. I see everybody's here now. Lay down, get comfy, close your eyes, cuddle in. Maybe find yourself wrapped in a warm blanket this evening on this rainy day. Let's take a few deep breaths as our eyes close. I invite you to take a deep breath tonight, a breath so deep, so full, that it has to release with a sigh. Just cough it out, sigh it out. Do that again, deep, full inhale. You might find a yawn when you do that, and that's okay. Allow yourself to begin to feel completely supported by wherever you're laying, whether it's on the bed or in your chair or on the floor. Allow your bones to begin to feel heavy. Allow your body to sink into the surface that you're on as though you are laying in a cloud. Soft and heavy, supported and protected, warm and comfortable. If you haven't already, switch from breathing in through your nose and out of your mouth with a sigh to just breathing in through your nose and out of your nose. Spend a few moments paying attention to your breath. In the morning sessions, we've been working with Thich Nhat Hanh, who's a beautiful Buddhist teacher. And the idea this morning was breathing in, I know that I am here. Breathing out, I recognize the wonder of this moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, calming. Breathing out, smiling. Breathing in the present moment. Breathing out, a wonderful moment. Let's continue to breathe this way for several breaths. Allowing ourselves to breathe in, allowing our faces to soften. Even in our sadness, allowing our faces to relax. Allowing a softness to come to the face, a face that's inviting and calm in the middle of chaos. Breathing out, breathing in. Breathing out, I feel calm in my body. Breathing out, I smile. Breathing in, aware of the present moment. Breathing out the wonder of this moment. Continue to take these slow, deep breaths, allowing yourself to let go of any tension in your body. As you settle into a more relaxed posture, as you settle into laying on the floor or sinking back into your chair, feel yourself dropping down out of your mind now into the body, into the physical being, out of thinking and into feeling. Feel the weight of your body into the surface that you're resting on as you become more and more still, more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. And now, as we've been doing all week, I'd like you to imagine yourself on a beach, a secluded beach. Feel yourself walking along the beach barefoot. You're walking along where it's close to where the surf thins out onto the shore and then recedes again. Take a moment to see the waves lapping in on the shore and then receding out into the ocean again. Perhaps you'd enjoy letting that water lap up over your ankles and your feet. Or maybe it's better for you to just stay out of reach. It is a beautiful, warm day. It's just the right amount of cloud cover. You're walking along, you can feel that packed sand beneath your feet. Feel yourself sinking in a little bit more with each step. Look back and see your footprints in the sand. As you carry on, there's a light breeze. It touches the ocean and brings the ocean's mist up to your face. You can smell the clean, salt air, that brackish smell of the sea. You can hear the rhythmic sounds of the waves and the seabirds. Let that soothe and comfort you. Let everything you see as you look out into the horizon or to the grass beyond the sand waving in the breeze. Take in all the sights and all the sounds and feelings. Everything here that conveys a deep sense of peace and a sense of harmony with nature. Before long, you notice the sound of the ocean has become softer. The feeling of the air around you lighter. And you also begin to feel lighter, clearer, and more open. Soon you feel the presence of Christ and notice Jesus walking along the shore beside you. It's as if he's been there all along. His company feels perfectly natural, familiar, friendly, and warm. And from the moment he joins you, you feel that love is everywhere, coming from him and from the sea, from the sky and from the sand, and even, especially even, from your own heart. Love is present and very apparent, as if it were amplified within you so there could be no mistaking it at all. Love is present here. Take a few moments to experience this, to simply be with Jesus as you walk along together where the sea meets the sand. The sun is beginning to set now, and Jesus leads you back along the shore to a quiet cove. There's a driftwood fire burning softly within a circle of rocks on the sand here. And here the two of you simply sit comfortably, enjoying the flames, contemplating life. When you were born, you were completely helpless, lived entirely by your parents' care or whoever cared for you and the compassion they had for you. Although there were probably times when taking care of you was more work than they would have liked, somehow that support continued, and there was a love that allowed you to grow until you could make your own way. Perhaps you've been a parent yourself, or have experienced taking care of others without payment or reward. It's natural for us to see a need and act to fill it, and when we do, God's love can pour through us into another. But it also happens that we sometimes don't see the need around us, or hold ourselves back from giving because we feel tired, weak, or needy ourselves, or when we're in judgment of others. Who in your life have you overlooked or closed your heart to? Who could use a kind word, a touch, or some simple act of support and kindness? Imagine that person standing before you now, ready to receive your compassionate support. And imagine Jesus standing behind you, his hand on your back, sending God's love directly into your heart. Take some time to experience your heart opening, receiving God's love and pouring out love and compassion towards this person now. Perhaps there are others to whom you'd like to offer your compassion. Imagine them standing before you now, open to receive. As Jesus stands behind you, sending love into your heart, continue to open. Receive God's love and pour that love and compassion out toward them. For those who you've just touched in this meditation, consider whether there may be steps for you to take to reach out to them in the near future. Whether that might mean a call or an email or some other compassionate gesture. What would be right for you to do? Jesus now turns to face you. Compassion can also be directed toward oneself. What is there within you that you've given yourself a hard time about, where compassion is needed instead? Open your heart. Let go of anything you've held against yourself and receive God's love from Jesus. Allow love to flood your heart and make its way all through you, softening, dissolving, and clearing any hurt within. as this process continues, you might begin to make out a group of angels now surrounding you in Jesus. Can you imagine that? They're naturally attracted to love, and they've come to witness your opening heart and your healing, and amplify all the love that's here for you now. Take a little longer to let it in, to let it be, to experience what you're experiencing now. It's almost time to bring this inner journey to a close. But first, take some time to listen, to look within your heart for any messages or images that Jesus may have for you right now. Turn to face Jesus now and thank Him for being present with you in this time. Thank Him for the gift of presence, the gift of example, the gift of compassion. And before leaving, thank yourself too for showing up, for taking this time to take care of yourself. And now it's time to come back into this space. If you've drifted off to sleep, then stay asleep. And I'll say goodnight to you. If you're ready to come back from this meditation, then please begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently roll your wrists and your ankles and your neck. Maybe stretching and yawning. If you're laying down on the floor, maybe drawing your knees towards your chest and giving yourselves a very well-deserved hug. Rocking gently from side to side before rolling over to one side and eventually pushing yourself back up to sitting. You can allow your eyes to come open now. And we'll begin to say goodbye to one another for another week. Thank you for being with me in this time. Thank you for being present with me and for giving me this space to allow myself to share this with you. This is a gift for me to be able to share these practices, these meditations with you. It's life-giving for me to lead you in this way, and so I thank you for that. Thank you for another wonderful week of worshiping and praying and meditating and singing together. We will see you again on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. We will be celebrating women and people who identify as female and the sacred feminine and the mother and God. And we will be holding up our pains and our sorrows, our joys and our struggles as we think about what it means to be made in the image of God as mother. So normally on the second Sunday of the month, we celebrate communion together. We're going to hold off and take that on to next week. I made an executive decision. Since I'm leading worship, that's what we're going to do. There's enough in this week to go ahead. Keep an eye out for your e-newsletter. That's going to be coming out on Saturday. And that will have your order of service for Sunday so that you'll have the prayers and hymns to sing along with. And I think that's all I have for you tonight. So I'm going to take a couple of days off, Friday and Saturday. I've got a bit of work to do tonight to make sure I get everything done so that I can actually do that. I haven't done it yet. I've got high hopes that I will do it tonight, and I'll get it all done tonight so that I can take some time off for myself. I've got a wonderful colleague who has convinced me to watch a movie together through something called Netflix Play or something. So I have something to look forward to and make sure I get my work done. And so a little bit more work to do tonight, and we'll get that finished and then take a couple of days off. Thank you for being present with me. I'm going to see you again on Sunday. I'll look forward to it. And until then, may God be with you. May the love of Christ be with you and surround you, and may the Holy Spirit comfort you, especially in your relationships with those that you love. Reach out, keep being together, and together we're going to get through this, okay? I love you. See you later.